Hello everybody and welcome back to Factory Town. I don't even remember. I was doing loads and loads of conveyor belt work last time, wasn't I? Yes, I had my school now working on books and making my research a bit faster, and we were trying to research railways. But it does look like we've run out of iron bars right now, so let's have a look at what's going on with that. So, got any iron bars in there? No, I do not. So, where are all the iron bars being taken? Do we have any spare ones? We do. We've got 61 sitting in the base. So I'm kind of thinking if we want any spare wagons or anything. It doesn't look like we need 2 wagons for cloth at the moment. So I could get one of my cloth wagons to take... Oh. I always do this, like... I don't quite manage to click it right. That wagon there is zuzzing away. Okay, let me take... This is really annoying. What I'm trying to do is to right hand click and then drag over, but it doesn't seem to be working. Let's try it from this direction. No. Why is that not working? Oh, we're left clicking now, are we? I'm pretty sure we used to right click. Has there been a patch? I'm not sure. But yeah, we're taking some iron down to the school. And then we'll turn back into a cart that does other stuff. A lot of carts over here, not doing an awful lot. It seems like there's a lot of stone blocks just hanging around. So I would like those to go over here. They've definitely turned that from a right click to a left click. 100%. And it is more intuitive. Definitely more intuitive. So we've got a little bit of manure in there. Lots of stone blocks in there. Cogs, bit of stone. I don't know why we need that little tiny bit of stone in there actually. Take that over to the base as well. I'm going to forget what all the carts are doing, but never mind. Just trying to get the barns a little bit more free of stuff. And once that's happened, I'll be able to get the pastures working a little bit better. And we'll have the pastures, we'll have the leather and the wool going into here. I may have then a cart taking things to other barns possibly, or even silos. I'm not really sure what silos capacity actually is. Oh wow! Since when have we got a hot bar? There's definitely been a patch. Oh my goodness, you can just put chutes like straight down. Oh, so good. Oh, so good. And a worker straight... Oh, this is so good. Compared to having to go into the menus all the time. You can just go, yeah, house, yeah, chute, yeah, path. Yeah, yeah. You have to make that sound as well. So good. Okay, now I was too busy like geeking over that to remember what I was really doing. Why are these guys not doing anything here? What's this place doing? It's making iron plates. Is it? It's all full up. And no one's taking the iron bars anywhere. Okay, well that would probably explain something. Did we not have carts over here doing something? Did I take the carts away maybe? Were they doing something? No, they're not. Okay. Why don't you... I'm going to forget this now, like, all the time. Why don't you take those there? It's because it used to be a right click to drag, and now it's a left click. And as I say, it is more intuitive, but I'm going to be used to how it used to work for a little while, I guess. don't know what all these wagons are doing. Okay, so what I think I need to do, right, is to get a conveyor, cloth conveyor, going into this barn. And maybe that's why I stopped all of the carts coming down here, actually. It's probably entirely why I did. Probably deleted them all. Because I was probably intending... Oh, let me take... get you... wagon to take all the bars to the base. I was probably thinking, well, you know what, I'll get a conveyor belt to the barn. And so what I will probably do eventually is have a little railway going between barns and things that I've got around the place, and I'll just have things going into the barn and then the railway taking it over to the base and back to like the market. And I don't know how the railway is going to work. I'll probably require logic, of which I will probably not do very well, but oh well. Cloth conveyor belts. Okay, so I want buildings. I probably don't want to use chutes anymore too much. Probably want to use cloth conveyors more. Can I change what's on this hotbar at all? No, I don't think you can. Oh well, never mind. It's all cool. So if I just do this, will they just all pop out onto that conveyor belt? Or do I need to have them coming out? Kind of thinking if I just point that inwards, that'll be an input, I think, into the barn. Things gonna come out of there. Yes, cogs and oh, very nice. Oh, very nice. It'll take a while for everything to kind of be taken out of all of these buildings. I mean, I don't know if now they're struggling to get into the inputs to the buildings with their... Yeah, they probably are. Wondering if I need to put little bridges so that they can get in. Oh, I need to... yeah, I need to work this out. Because these are the only outputs anyway, so if I want a conveyor belt, then I have to go around the outputs. But I think we could maybe do something with height. You're really stuck, aren't you? Just gonna let all the... well, at least most of the things get into the barn. And then I'm gonna have to play with this, definitely. Now then. Most things, I believe, in this game will work from a height of, like, above an output, sorry. So if you have something like, you can have something outputting from the roof and you can have someone going underneath. So what I think I need to do here is to build some scaffolds and get the conveyors running along the scaffolds. So that is what I am going to do. It has been possibly a little bit of a waste of these, but I didn't think of it before I did this. And it doesn't look like I mean, I could maybe make them a... no, I don't think making them a bridge is going to work. So I think we need to make scaffolds underneath here. And to do that, I need to, unfortunately, delete what's going on, which sucks. So tools. Destroy block. Boom. That sucks. And I need to build myself some scaffolds and also some, like, you've got wood arches and stone arches and things like that. So I'm thinking scaffold blocks. Like, say here. So we're basically making a track for this thing. And we're making bridges for people to get underneath into the houses. So this one here will need to probably be a no, I don't think it's gonna work. Unless it drops off. Let's see if it'll drop down off the conveyor belt, down a level. That will be worth checking out, definitely. Okay, so path. Off conveyor belt. Oh, hang on, no, I've done it wrong. I need the arches. Arches, I forgot about them. Wooden arch. Okay, so that'll go there. I think as long as it's that high. I don't know why we need arches that way, but oh well. Why is that not working? There. Oh man. Needs to go above their heads. There we are. I think as long as it's that high, they can go underneath it. I think as long as it's too high, they can go underneath. So I'm going to try and put in the conveyors and hope to goodness that this works now. So let's see how that does. Go. Of course, nothing's being produced. So they hopefully they are getting in there now with the iron ore, are they? Or are they getting really stuck? They're just getting really stuck. No, they're getting in there. That one got in. I don't know where that one's off to. No, they do seem to be taking the iron in there. That's good. Why aren't you? Just take the iron ore. Are you stuck? Cannot navigate. Right, you're getting deleted then. Anyone that cannot navigate is to be deleted. Right, you. Can you take stuff through that arch? Or can you not navigate? Oh, hang on. Okay. You need to actually take the iron ore. You need to take the iron ore from there to like there. What's your job? I have no idea what your job is. Oh, you're taking iron bars? You're not anymore. I don't even know what your job is. I just know you're not doing it very well. Okay, I think this worker is stuck. I think they're going. Bye bye. This worker can take iron bars. Do you know what the better thing to do would probably be to take iron bars from the barn or something back there. So the carts are doing way too good a job at like taking things away, unfortunately. I maybe need to stop it doing that for a little while. Oh, which carts are even doing what? Oh, there's too many carts. Far too many carts. Don't know what I'm doing with them all. But yeah, that conveyor belt works nicely, I think. It's just really hard to do anything else. Okay, you. Sorry if your motion's sick, don't watch this episode. I tell you that. Okay, so here we have 8. Oh no. Yeah, we have 8 different bars in there, and they're not coming out onto the conveyor. So that really sucks. I mean, I really have to rethink this. I don't have to rethink it that much though, because we only need an input, right? I think they are inputting it. Okay. Oh yeah. I know what needs to happen. No, but then the input of the wood. Oh. So if I turn them round, the wood would have to go. Oh, this is so annoying. So annoying. So we need an input, a way to input into all of these with iron, and also a way to input into all of these with wood from the foresters. That forester is not even producing wood. If it is, it's like producing it way slowly. So what we actually need is the foresters round the other way, forges round the other way, input into the back, and then output from the front. So yeah, we need this all. It all needs to be back to front. That's what needs to happen. So bye bye. Oh, we have sound effects. Well, isn't that exciting? And this whole thing needs to go. And this whole thing needs to go. And all these scaffolds need to go. This is a lot easier now. Okay, so we're back to square one with this. What I need to do to get this to work, it took me a second to work it out as well. I know I'm being a bit thick, but what we want is everything the other way around. Oh, we have mine now. Yes, the stone. So how does this work? To be in stone, on stone, around stone. Oh, we can't afford it. Okay, but cool. Cool. It's making us some stone, which is amazing. Once I can afford it. But in the meantime, I need to have foresters at the back. This way. Building is blocked, apparently. Alright then. So the foresters need to be there. Then the people can run in here and input things. And then we have the needs to be back one maybe. Oh, I'll make it work. I'll make it work somehow. Anyway, build some, so for example, a forge there. Should be holding shift really, and then it would allow me to put them down in order. So that's all my foresters, right? Then I need to change to a forge. Getting slightly better at controlling all of this as well. Although it is getting slightly easier as things are progressing. Okay, so then I can put a cloth conveyor belt along here. Luckily, it made me a few more while I was messing around. There. That should work. So I want I think I want all of these making bars at the moment. So iron plate. Oh, we have iron wheels now. For some reason I didn't have iron wheels before and I was really confused. We have them now. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know how. But they're here and I'm glad. So I'll have them all making iron plates just for now. And I may need to put other ones possibly closer to the base or something that are making. I don't know. Making iron wheels and iron gears. I think I do need all these to make plates at the moment. I could have a little dude in the barn just taking things back to the forge. We could have all the plates coming in and then we could have a little dude just going ding 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 in there maybe. So I need to, yeah, I need to tell these dudes, all these dudes that are lining up at the back here. I'll actually let them do that. What are you doing? What are you doing? You need to be taking iron ore to this place. And you need to be taking iron ore to this place as well. No? Drop off your iron ore over there, maybe? Drop it off? No? Do I have to delete you? Because you can't do your job properly? Yes. Probably do. These guys are working at the stone. What about this guy? The guy's working on stone as well. Okay, that's fine. I probably need about 4 workers that are going to work on metal, I reckon. So much easier. Oh my goodness. So I want 1, 2, doing iron for that place. Then 1, 2, doing iron for that place. These foresters seem to not be working at all as an input. Fantastic. So I need to work out what's wrong with that then, don't I? Next. So what is wrong with that? Right, so what counts as an input? I mean, apparently that should count as an input. So I'm just going to delete all the chutes and start again, because sometimes when things go across a version, things like that, it kind of messes them up. So let's just destroy these chutes and put them back in again. And see if that will work, because apparently it's an input to the forges. So I don't see why that shouldn't be doing its thing. Lovely. It seems like, yeah, iron is being brought in here. They're making iron bars. Fantastic. Foresters seem to be doing what they're meant to be doing, if a little bit slowly. That's fine. they're turning money into wood. I have a lot of money. I really have a lot of money now. Wow. And the conveyor belts are just taking stuff around, which is meaning the carts can do their job properly. A lot of leather. Okay. And we're not researching anything at the moment because it seems like there's not many books being made here. Ah, yes, it looks like railways have been researched. Fantastic. Intermediate logic. That would probably be really helpful because... Oh, maybe when I researched railways, that was when the mine started showing up. And the iron wheels and stuff. That would make sense. That would make utter sense. Okay, so we've unclogged the whole leather thing now, so that's good. Started to use leather again. Which means we're starting to use leather from the barn again, which means everything's starting to do what it should be doing. So this is a whole little conveyor belt of its own. It's got a little cart and... Because I wanted a cart because you can tell the cart, you can give it some very basic like logic functions. You can say, take this, but not anything else. Take only this. Whereas if it was a conveyor belt, that would take everything. So I didn't want that. That's why I'm still using carts for a few things. Most things, it's looking great. I've got thousands and thousands of wood, for example. I don't know how big the base inventory gets. Certainly got quite a lot of wool. Thank goodness they can keep all that wool. Now then, if I could have some gears taken to this machine shop, I could replace some of the conveyor belts with a faster conveyor belt. Now, I don't really think that, for example, down here, that's really needed. Or particularly over here, but maybe with the wood production, it might be good to make that a bit more efficient. But yeah, we can start making the auto harvesters, I think, and that might mean that some of these guys don't need to do what they're doing, which would be amazing if they didn't have to. I could maybe even put a little conveyor belt down the back here. We could have it splitting off. Again, though, I don't know how the splits would work. I think you do have some kind of splitters and things like that for the conveyor belts. I'm sure I saw something that was like a splitter. But I'm not really sure. I definitely had other buildings and things I could make. So let's have a look at that. There was something that I could make that was a new building. Minus the packager. The mine needs rail tiles produced by the rail depot. Wow, we have a rail depot now? We do. Oh, I can make one. Oh, wow. Okay. Where would I put a rail depot? And what would we do with it? I'm kind of thinking maybe over here somewhere. Or by the machine shop, but people are saying that I should have a workshop over here for all the wool and stuff, and I think that that's actually a really good idea. So I don't think I'm going to do that. I could have it behind the machine shop maybe. Maybe kind of here or something. I really don't know. So what do we need for a rail tile? We need iron plates, planks, stone bricks. Oh wow, okay. Kind of think that should be by my base actually. That's exactly what needs to happen. What needs to happen is this needs to not be making cloth anymore. This needs to be deleted. Can I press delete? Yes. So that needs to be deleted. This rail depot needs to be deleted. I know it was a lot of money's worth, but... And then I need to make a rail depot over here. where all the stuff is being taken to. And then I need to take, make a machine, make like a... Oh, I know what it's called, a workshop over here. I can use all the wool and stuff and make it into cloth. And then I can have a little wagon. You can take all the... Oh no. Now all the wool's over here. We take the wool from the base back to this workshop. I just know the rail depot needed to be in that position, so... And I could even have... No, I can't have a conveyor because I don't have the logic for it, I don't think. I just want to go and have a look at that, actually. I want to see if we've got, like, splitters and things. Rail parts deposit or retrieve from buildings based on rail stop type. Ooh. Interesting. Barrier gate can block path movement, toggle with a switch. Can make it one way. Barrier gate. Metal and a rail stop. So the railways will take things based on type as well. We need to get rail tiles first. So I think here we need a cart that will take the specific things that are needed for the railway. So I think we're gonna do that. We're gonna make a new wagon. It's gonna just sit here. It's gonna take things for the railway. So collect things for the railway, please. Now we have a rail depot. I'm pretty impressed with that, actually. What else? What other buildings do we have now? What other buildings do we have? We have... Machine shop we've made. The mine we can't make without rail tiles. The silos. Wells and a packager. Bundles and unpacked items for transporting greater quantities. I don't know about that at the moment. I still kind of feel like I don't know what I'm doing. I really do. But what I really wanted to make was that the auto harvester. I think it's going to mean I don't need so many people milling about around there. Getting rid of people and getting rid of carts is my main thing at the moment. I'm not too worried about the efficiency of everything else. I'll work on that. I've got people telling me I need to flatten my whole town. But I don't feel I need to do that right now. And I think I need a better plan before I do that. But I feel like things kind of need to be... I think the base needs to have more room around it so that buildings and things can be around it. And to have a lot more conveyors coming in from like the grain stores and things like that. Have it all go to the base. And then have maybe a train or something going from the base to the market. Ooh, intermediate logic is already done. This little setup here is working so well for my little research area. I'm loving it. It's really, really good. Okay, so what do we want to do next? Steam power? Mana purification or advanced logic? Wow, timer blocks, logic, pusher block, counter block, math block, inventory sensor, logic lamp. Good grief. Okay. Let's do steam power, it's safer. It's much safer. So once I've researched everything, one thing I want to know is, can I build a second base? No. Harvest and drill I can get with wheels. That would be useful. The other thing I want to know is, what does a mine give me? Does it give me metal or does it just give me... Produces stone, coal, iron ore and gems. Wow. I need these rail tiles so bad. Make them. Oh yes. Output capacity full. Right, okay. I need a wagon. That's not doing anything. Which is most of them. Take these rails back to the base. This is getting better to control all the time, by the way. I'm really, really enjoying it. So these guys are just going to be like making this rail depot work overtime. Once I have enough rails, I'll be able to make the mine, and that's going to be really, really good. And then once I have all that working, I'm kind of thinking I'm going to want to redo things until they are working how I want them to. I mean, I honestly think this setup here, that could go somewhere completely on its own as long as it gets the leather input. It used to be kind of by the water for the lumber mill, but that's the only real thing. And you can just dip down the terrain. If the terrain goes below, this is something I didn't realise at the beginning. As long as the terrain is below a certain level, it's going to give you water. 100% of the time. Also, I have loads of money now, although I seem to have used some of it. Am I maybe at the point where my houses are not making enough to fund all of my foresters and things? Possibly. Quite possibly. I'm making a lot of wood and a lot of stuff. I just love the way this is like shaping up. I really do. I know that there's some things that aren't as efficient. I know the placing on some of the farms isn't the best. I know I could be making a 20 tier farm. As I say, I've mentioned before that I don't really want to do that particularly. I know that possibly the lumber mills are not outputting as fast as they could be. If I just click on them, they're barely getting any input at all. So like most of the stuff is coming out of the one lumber mill right now. All these foresters for one lumber mill is ridiculous. So it's like, well, why is that happening? I've even got one lumber mill going at like 400% almost. I could put more workers in there and make it go faster. Then I've got these ones that are barely doing anything because they are so slow that they don't have much of an output to them. So what I really need is the foresters to be surrounded by trees. And that isn't happening at the moment. So I'm not getting the most out of them. So I'd be better off having the foresters working like these farms. Having two foresters completely surrounded by trees would probably be better. I needed iron for that though, and that's why I couldn't do it before. But I might now be at the point where I could do it. So that's another thing that I really want to do to improve the efficiency of everything. However, I don't really know how much I need to improve the efficiency because everything seems to be working alright. Having the mine there though, that's going to be a big thing. That's going to stop all of this iron ore having to be carried all the time. And then what I'll probably do is have like inputs. I'll maybe have a conveyor belt coming out of the foresters. I might even move them back one or something. And have a conveyor belt coming along here that has both wood coming into it and stuff from the mine coming in as well. And the forge will then just take what it wants and anything left over will go into that barn. That would be a very good way to do it, I think. How are we doing for rail tiles though? Have we got enough yet for the barn? For the mine, sorry? We do. Okay, so the mine I think is going to go around here. So here is my mine. About there. So that is full of iron ore, stone, iron ore, stone, stone, iron ore, stone, iron ore, iron ore, stone. So what I kind of think I want to do is to get rid of the road behind here. I'm going to stop everything now again. And I can upgrade the mine. Ooh, and I can make it faster and I can upgrade it. Well, okay, now we're talking. So I think what I want to do is to again delete all of the foresters. Poor foresters. I want to possibly actually get a forester over here, maybe next to the mine, that's properly surrounded by trees. Now, possibly the best place to put that would actually be here. And then I want a conveyor belt going around that's going to pick up the inputs from all of those things and taking them to here, and then taking any excess to the barn or to the stonemason. So I'm just going to have the conveyor belt going past all of these things, and it will accept whatever it can accept, generally. I hope so, anyway. We'll see. It'll work or it won't work. It'll work or it won't work. But I won't know if I don't try. So let's get rid of the chutes once and for all. And have a conveyor belt coming out of the mine. I want to know if this works by the end of the episode, so conveyor belt coming out of the mine. I'm going past all of these. So that's what I want to see, is whether... Oh no. Coming out of the right output there. Well, that's a pain. I can't even delete them. Oh man. Okay, let's go and find a way to delete those. Oh. Oh, my life is so bad. Okay, so let me delete with my tools, with my destroyed block tools, those few little bits of conveyor belt there. So in theory, when I start this, we should have lots of little balls of stones coming out. What's that? Like a gem or something. There's coal coming out as well. Wow, this is good. So, this can take iron ore, but will it? No. Not unless it's directly going in. So that's a problem. It's a very small problem, but it's a problem. So what I think I need to do I don't think I can do this without logic actually, because I was thinking maybe I could have it like it outputting into a silo or something. Let me just see, because I've just got intermediate logic. I wonder if I can make it like sort it somehow. Block paths and stuff. Okay, let me go and have a look at my research. Because I mean, what I can certainly do is have this outputting into a barn or something, and I can have people manually taking things, or a cart even manually taking things to these forges. So instead of having all these people taking stone and things into the stonemasons, we can get rid of all the people and have carts instead of people. That would certainly be a start. And then we can definitely have wood going in there from the foresters. Which, as I say, I'm going to try and get to... I'm going to try and make the foresters as efficient as I can. But this doesn't work. I was thinking maybe it could just receive what it needed to receive. Oh, hang on. Oh yeah, they're taking iron ore too. I was like, oh, the iron ore is going up, but it's taking it there. So yeah, I'm going to need sorting to do anything with this mine at all. But I could definitely have the mine output into a barn or something, and I could just even delete all these. I think I need to delete them. I definitely do. Oh, it's so bad. Such a waste. But then what I can have is one cart taking a whole bunch of iron. In fact, I could... Yeah, I could have a cart putting iron onto... Because the cart could sort. And then I could have a conveyor belt going into inputs into all of these. And that would mean that the cart didn't have to go to all of... Yeah, one cart instead of 4. I finally started to think right. Okay, give me some conveyor belts. I'm wasting so many conveyor belts, I know this. So I'm going to say have a conveyor belt starting about here. Oh, hang on. No. Starting about here. Ooh, hang on a second again, because what we don't have is a splitter yet. We don't have any kind of splitter on the conveyor belts, which means... I don't think so anyway. Cloth conveyor, metal conveyor, barrier gate, one way. Rail parts deposit or retrieve from buildings based on rail stop type. Whereas a chute will split. So I'm actually kind of thinking that the input on this needs to be a chute. Which is crazy because it's like going backwards, completely going backwards. But I could have a cart putting logs and things into a chute that goes into all 4 of these forges. Oh my goodness me. Destroy more conveyor belts, Sheila. Why don't you? Okay, so what I need is chutes. Which, as I say, is absolutely ridiculous. But it's what we need, apparently. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go all the way there. Go all the way to there. We're not going to need these guys anymore. They can get deleted. All of them. And then I'll just have a cart going straight to the stoneworks with all the stone. I'll probably have a silo or a barn to take all the coal and gems. Go into precise mode, and we need to get a chute going around this way. Hope that this works. In fact, it's only these two, isn't it? It's only these two that I actually want to have any kind of iron going into, because these two are going to want the iron bar outputs. So I'm almost thinking I could chuck the conveyor belt around the other side, and they could. See, I still don't have splitters for them, so I actually can't take the bars around the other side and put them in there and put them in there, because that would need a cart almost going back and forward doing that. Oh, man. These conveyors don't do what I need them to do. But yeah, like I said, these ones are not doing... They're doing iron plate. Oh, that's doing iron plates. Is that doing iron plates? Oh, they are. They're all doing iron plates. So, I just need to shut up, really, don't I? So... Chutes. I'm confusing myself. We've got a lot... Whoa. We have a logic tab. A sorter will force matching items to take the specified path direction. Yes. Please. A pusher will redirect matching items off a belt or chute if there's space, otherwise we'll let it pass. A grabber will pull specified items out of a building onto a belt or a chute. Oh my goodness, this was the stuff I wanted. Okay. So what I could do... Oh, I've got all sorts of ideas now. I need to delete all of these. I need to delete everything. But I'm actually going to leave it to next episode. So what we're going to do is we're going to start playing with the pushers and grabbers and sorters to go along with this mine, and we're going to basically have a conveyor belt coming off of here, going to a barn which will store all of the coal and gems, and then a conveyor belt will grab all of the iron and put it along here, and we'll push it in. And now then, I could push it onto a chute, which will then split. I don't think, because I've got logic, but I don't think, I need to play with these conveyor belts is what I think, actually, because I think if we had, say, a conveyor belt and then we had something coming off that way, for example, but then it couldn't go that way, it was overdone, would it push onto the next one? If it was blocked up? That's something I need to test next time. I'll show you in more detail next time, because I need to know how to get things to split off a conveyor belt without necessarily having a splitter. And I think that possibly when things actually do start to back up onto the conveyor belt, it might actually push it forward. So we'll test it though. So yes, that is the end of today's episode. We did a lot of kind of mucking about with things. We have now got a mine, we have now got a rail depot, so we've pushed forward with our making of things, but I spent a lot of time trying to work out how these conveyor belts are working and how the logic is working and all that sort of thing, and long may that continue, because that's how I'm going to get things to work the way I want them to. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, then please do leave me a like below. If you'd like to see more Factory Town, please subscribe. I'll let you know when the videos are out. I hope to see you next time. In the meantime though, please look after yourselves and keep being awesome.